guys, welcome back. So I'm sorry I didn't upload on Friday. I've been really ill the past week with my IBS, so I haven't been able to kind of record anything, or I'm finding it really hard to be in the mood and have the energy to actually make a video, especially as in the content that I want to give you guys. I really wanted to do a pretty little thing haul for you. I do have loads of stuff to show you guys and I was really excited to do it, but I'm still quite ill and I'm finding it really hard to kind of bring myself to do it. So I thought instead, which is kind of a funny video, this one, I thought I'd kind of tell you guys about IBS and just kind of the situation with it, because it's something that when I've looked on YouTube before to kind of learn about or get some understanding with, there's never anyone who actually has IBS and there's never any videos of it with actual people. They're all science-based videos, and it's really hard to kind of understand for me and for other people what IBS actually is. It stands for Irritable Bowel Syndrome, and it isn't very nice. No, it is pretty gross, and it's kind of one of the illnesses of the world that I think, me personally, I feel like it's the name of something, the doctors have just called it IBS because they don't really know what it is. It's just certain foods and drinks and things irritate your stomach, and it's not very pleasant. And it can affect everyone in completely different ways, and that's the other thing as well. I could say I have IBS, compared to someone else, it could be really severe or not as severe. It's something I also never feel okay talking about or want to talk about, because there's some illnesses and diseases and things out there that are quite permanent health and, just permanent issues people experience that are worse than this, or I feel are worse than this. And I feel like I don't have the right to say that I'm in loads of pain and I'm finding it really hard, because I always feel like there's someone out there who's experiencing worse. So I don't think it's fair on me to say that, on those people, for me to say that. So yeah, for me, my biggest thing is one of the effects is it makes me feel really lethargic when it's really bad. And I did ring the doctors a week or so ago, and my problem was I've never had it this bad. And it can be down to so many different things. It can be down to what you've eaten, it can be drinking, which could be alcohol, it could be anything in that sense. It can be stress, it can be anxiety, it can be lack of exercise, it's lack of sleep. I think there's just so many different elements that can affect it, because it's all about the biota in your stomach and that kind of bacteria, and stress can really affect that, along with all the other things I've just mentioned. So it's a really difficult one to kind of go, right, so why am I feeling ill? Why do I feel like this? And what's causing it? How do I change it? At the minute with lockdown, I know I'm not exercising anywhere near as much as I used to, because it's it's, as we all know, it's just harder now. It's not especially I'm working less. I think working more was helping me, and that kind of thing. I'm finding it hard. I'm surprised though how ill I did get, and I'm not entirely sure why, and I don't think the doctor knew why. But things like not eating enough veg as well, it's kind of one of the most obvious things. Basically, you have to lead a really healthy lifestyle to not feel ill from IBS. And for me, I've had to cut out most dairy. I still eat some dairy from my diet to try and reduce the impacts of that. I find that it started when I was 20. Yeah, when I was 20, the few months before my 21st, and I started getting severe cramps and stomach pain and feeling sick, and it was just awful and wouldn't go away. And then I was just diagnosed with the IBS. My mum has IBS and she got it when she was 21, which is really weird. And it's just horrible. It's a really horrible, limiting thing. And I learned that dairy was one of the biggest things. And you figure it all out by, you reset your diet. So you basically kind of don't stop eating, but for a day, you kind of avoid all the high FODMAP foods. I think it's high FODMAP foods. I think I'm going to get it the wrong way around, but there's a certain list of foods that are definitely, most likely, probably going to make you ill, that affect most people with IBS. So you avoid them and you kind of strip you down your diet to the bare essentials. The easiest things for me is kind of just meat, not sausages where there's other things in there, there's a lot of fat in there as well. Actually, a steak, for example, and potatoes. To some extent, probably not chips, because fried foods can also be funny, and then like veg. And I had to strip back my diet, and you do when you get IBS, and you have to figure out what triggers it and what doesn't. And dairy was one of the biggest things. And the other thing is, like, I can eat eggs, but I can only have one egg at a time. If I have too many, it'll make me ill. And there's like this thing of, I can't say, how do you describe that to someone? I can't eat eggs, but I can have one egg. And there's like this weird gauge of things that I can have, but I can't have some things, and then I can have others. Like, I can have like a bit of cheese on my spag bowl, but I can't really have like lasagna because of the milk in the sauce and stuff, and it's just a nightmare, to be honest. But just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it, in case maybe some of you relate to these sort of symptoms, or you're confused and now you're like, oh, okay, maybe this is something to think about. I just wanted to kind of explain why I haven't been able to do a video in the past like week. And even now I'm like, I really wanted to do like a really nice video for you guys for tomorrow, but I just genuinely couldn't like bring myself to have the energy to do much. And I get so bloated as well. That was the biggest thing in the past week. I've been so ridiculously bloated. It's like a really horrible feeling, because it feels like, one, you're carrying loads of like what feels like extra weight, and then that feeling of being bloated, like having a constant food baby. But then you get hungry and you're like, it's like a really like weird mental thing in your head, because you're like, I'm hungry, but I physically feel really full and I can't eat anymore, but I know I need to eat because my body needs to eat. And sometimes eating can help IBS rather than just avoiding food. And it just goes on, and like, it's a horrible cycle, and it's just ridiculously crap. So I'm still feeling a bit like and not very well. And I feel a lot better, and hopefully by Friday I'll be able to do a much better video for you, because I do feel like I'm coming out of this little bout of illness, and hopefully it will stop again soon and kind of go back to what it normally was. And I'm consciously now like making sure I'm walking more, even like, especially because it's lockdown, to just make sure I'm going for more walks, to make sure I'm getting hopefully about 10,000 steps, to make sure I'm getting that exercise in, movement. It just gets your body going. It's a bit weird. Like, even yoga can help, and meditation can help, because it reduces the whole thing with stress and anxiety. So it's just like, oh. And then it could have been uni work that like induced it. I don't know. And the thing is, you never know unless you've got unless there's nothing going on in your life, and then there's like one stressful thing. But if there's the thing with like lockdown, and then there's just so many elements of things, like it could be stress from uni, or it could be the fact I'm not walking enough, or is it because I'm not eating very well, because I'm eating nice, like more foods that I want to eat, opposed to eating really healthily because there's nothing else to do in lockdown. So I needed to vet that out. But I just wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully it'll get better soon and it'll be fine, and give some sort of perspective of what it's like having IBS. I doubt there will be, but if anyone has any extra questions, or if any people more interested in this video, then I will do a second one where I explain it a bit more. But I don't want to like weigh everyone in with that rubbish when you might not be that interested at all, and be like, I don't really want to know about that, thank you. So I will leave it there, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, however weird and strange and sad it might be. I just wanted to explain why I couldn't do the video, and hopefully on Friday I'll be doing like a Pretty Little Thing haul, or something more upbeat and happy and exciting, especially for lockdown. Please like, show your support, and comment and let me know what you think, because loads of people don't even know what it is. My boyfriend calls it Irritable Bitch Syndrome, which probably suits me more than the other one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and please sub if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on Friday for my next video.
Ever since the day that you went away.